Well, we're live in Pittsburgh at the Andy Russell Celebrity Golf Tournament Classic, and I'm so excited. My first guest, and I'm finally going to get to meet him in person. Andy Russell, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, great to see you.
It's fantastic that you're here, and I'm really excited to talk to you about specifically last night's gala. Last night's gala was just fantastic. We just had an unbelievable time meeting all the great athletes that were there, but also we did definitely raise a lot of money.
Yes, that's bottom line. That's what it's all about. And we did very well on the live auctions and the silent auction items. So it was a terrific event.
It definitely was terrific, and a lot of favorites I met, and I was really surprised to meet LC Greenwood. That was really cool.
Yeah, LC comes to virtually everything we put together, and he's a terrific guy. He supports us very much, and all the former Steelers they're like that. The Rudies taught us to give back to the community. The chief,
Right, exactly.
You got to give back to the community, and we appreciate that. So we all have different charitable efforts we're working on. And that's how we see each other most of the time.
And so you're excited to see guys you've not seen in a while, right? Every year you probably see them once a year or twice.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of the fellows I see at the Super Bowl, because I represent the Steelers at the Taste of the NFL. In every Super Bowl, I see some of those guys, but not all of the guys. Like Tom Mack, I haven't seen for quite a while.
Oh, really?
And he's an 11-time Pro Bowler,
amazing,
Hall of Famer. People don't know his name, but he was an outstanding player. And there's a lot of guys like that here that are also pretty good golfers, and they're nice people, so that the foursomes enjoy playing with them.
They're very personable. You could just go up and talk to them, and I think that's very important to do an event like this, so that people that are donating their time and also money get the opportunity to really talk to them and have on the golf course and learn more about what they're doing now and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. They're not arrogant guys. They're very outward going and like to meet people and make friends, and so they're terrific guys.
Well, definitely terrific, and I'm enjoying it because I was really shocked to see Floyd Little, because I used to live in Denver, and when they were in the Super Bowl, and then he had the time to tell me, not only if I'll say this, he kind of told us why the Broncos lost. So I got the inside track. So I'm sure he's told you that story before, right? You know why he thinks?
He has a lot of opinions on what happened and what should have happened and that didn't happen, but he's a great guy, and he's come to this tournament many years. Been a terrific supporter.
And ultimately, what is happening, every year you raise money for different UPMC causes. So tell us who we're raising money for this year.
Well, this year the big one is the Concussion Center at UPMC Sports Medicine, and it is the largest concussion center in the country. Last year they took care of 18,000 people. They expect to do more this year. So it's an incredible, and it's a new science, because they're learning as they go. I mean, it's not something that everybody has figured out. I just, because we're giving all money to that cause, I want to go in and understand better what they're doing. And I took tests from 8:30 in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon,
right.
where they give you 14 words, and just read it off real fast and give it back. I'm like, what? I can't give you back those words you just said. So it's kind of interesting. So they test you to see how your brain works on long-time memory, short-term memory, and then they don't. At the end of the day, they said, well, we can't really say whether. I had 10 concussions I can remember, probably another 10 I can't, but they said we can't really blame the football on what's going on in your brain, because I did well on certain things and badly on other things. It was interesting.
Well, I think it's interesting because people get concussions, they're out for 3 or 4 weeks, and when I was a professional wrestler, I know I've had a lot of concussions. So we'll see because different things with chairs hitting me on the head and trash cans and everything in between. Now we know a lot more. I don't know if I would have done that, especially with the research. You heard some of the stories of pro wrestlers that have died, and Chris Benoit, certain people like this. So I think this is very good that we're getting to, and also what happened with Mike Webster. So I think all of those.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of NFL players have passed away, and they're extraordinarily concerned about it. It's a violent game, and I don't believe in cheap shots. I don't think if you come free out of blitz, you shouldn't hit the quarterback in the back of the head. That's a cheap shot. But I do believe there's lots of times where you have to hit a guy in the head, Because you try to step away from him and tap him on the ankles, he's going to make you miss. And
Or-
he's going to go for a touchdown. So the scores are going to be 58-50. Like the Pro Bowl today is a joke because they don't play defense.
Right. And just think about with your knee, the defensive players are going to get injured now because the offensive players are so fast and quick. You make the wrong cut on the field, you're going to get a knee injury, you're going to get ankle injury. So they're not protecting you for your career of making money in this sport. Saying, oh, by the way, we're going to protect your head and concussions. So I think it's good that they're doing the research because I think some people are jumping too much to conclusions. And the talk last night talked about that as well, right? About the whole situation that we don't know, and that's why we continue to do the research.
Yeah, I mean, back when I played, concussions were considered a joke. I mean, the mantra was always never show your opponent you're hurt. Get your butt up, get off the ground, get into that back to the huddle no matter what. I can remember, having a bad concussion one time, and when I ran back to the huddle, I got up, even though there was a bright flash of light, I knew I had the concussion. The strangest thing happened is I ran back to the huddle, the ground jumped up and hit me in the face 3 times. Obviously, I was falling down, but I thought it was jumping up and hitting me. And so, and then you'd come out of the game and they'd say, are you a boy or girl? Or how many fingers do I have up?
Yeah.
And you'd say, what? And they'd send you right back in. So I'm glad I played when I did because I wouldn't have had a career. I had to, have this baseline test done all the time before I can go back in the game. So guys are out 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
I mean, I never missed a game in high school, college, Army, or pro.
Mm-hmm.
That played every single game. And the mantra is you got to play hurt.
Right, exactly. You got to play hurt.
And I believed in that. And now they're changing everything. I'm worried they might sissify the game, which would be bad.
So you're hoping through this research we're going to find out that some concussions we really have to look out for if you're having multiple concussions. But if it's just 1 or 2, why are we jumping so to conclusions? Because there's so many things that can come back to this in the research. So I'm so glad that they're raising money for that. And also, what other things are we raising money for this?
Well, the UPMC also gives to the urology department, which is studying prostate cancer. And Walter Bent, who's the guy who convinced me, he was the head of Xerox here in Pittsburgh, and he convinced me to start this tournament 37 years ago. And he passed away from prostate cancer. And so we decided to give money to UPMC's cancer research in that area. So we have different things we're trying to support, and then about 30% of the money comes to the Russell Charitable Foundation, and my wife Cindy, who's on the board of Animal Friends, the zoo, and we have money going out to those kinds of things. So we love animals, and all kinds of other giving money to wounded veterans and things of that nature.
Well, I recommend everyone listening to this show next year, if they're from Pittsburgh, to go to the gala. We were taken care of. Thank you again. It was unbelievable. So where can our listeners and viewers find out more information on you, Andy, and also the other charitable works that you do?
Well, we have a charitable foundation webpage, which is andyrussell.org. So they could Google me on andyrussell.org and they'd see all the information about the various charities and so forth.
Fantastic, and also you can purchase your book on the website as well.
Absolutely.
Well,
all the money goes to the charitable effort. We sell that book.
Well, I have to interview you on your book, that's for sure. And I know that you've got my business partner's book today, G.J. Reynolds, as he's here, and he's in the background saying, hello, G, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now. And that's a shout out to him and all the people that helped coordinate the event from Beach Lifestyle as well. So Andy, thanks again for coming by, and looking forward to hearing how the golf tournament goes, and my team that I put together will win it, hopefully. And I'm going to put that out there.
Good luck.
Especially I recruited an NFL player at the end. Last minute got somebody, so we'll see what happens.
Terrific.
All right. Thanks, Andy, for coming by.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. You're listening to the Beach Lifestyle and Celebrity segment, and we'll be back in just a moment.